Hey, what's up, guys? Um, I'm just gonna. Right. So- sorry about that. Right. Let's complete this character. Oh man, this character has been going for quite some time. I think it's because I did not uh prepare myself for how long this would take. Actually, it's, sometimes even when you um think that some a project might not take long, it then takes long. But I think in this one, the reason why it took so long is because I'm trying so many things that I've never actually tried before. Actually, well, not so many things, but I've added prosthetic which I've never tried before. So um, hard surface modeling, and it's just the entire thing is new to me, and texturing it is it's quite a challenge, I guess. All right, let me just play some music. Seems like everything is okay. My mic seems okay. All right. I mean that's the important part. Like, as long as the mic and the video is running okay, then I guess that's okay. If the music isn't, maybe I can shut it off. But yeah. Okay. So what I left. This is I was adding the roughness of this, I think. Yeah, definitely I was adding some roughness to this. The mic is a little bit close. I was actually looking into ways that I can actually make this run a lot more faster. Because like whenever I'm texturing, it takes some time, and what I notice is that whenever I'm sculpting this, right, or whenever you do sculpt in Blender, it doesn't run so slow. Even when you texture it, like you sculpt the character and then texture it, it doesn't run slow. So I'm trying to wonder, even though when I'm using sculpt mode, why is it that sometimes it's running so slow? I haven't tried maybe remeshing these, importing a new object and remeshing it, and that just, yeah, I don't know, it was just weird. Yes, remesh is not the way to go about getting this to run properly, I guess. Because I thought the subdivision is the reason why it's running so slow, but in that if I can have this remeshed, and maybe the polys are looking a lot more proper, I guess, instead of but yeah, remesh, the Blender remesh is not a really good tool, I guess. It leaves so many poles. Even though when you have that pole thing selected, it still creates really weird remesh. Okay. By the way, I was looking at the I have the new one, the new Blender 0.5, and I wasn't actually aware of it. You know, like it just released what 10 days ago currently, I think. Well, at least the video that I was looking at showed I was looking at this guy on YouTube, you know, looking at these new features, and that video was created 10 days ago, so I'm assuming it was released 10 days ago from that video. Oh, man, it's on Monday it was actually running just fine, so, and I did not change anything. You know what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna save this first. Hopefully I noticed that, you know, whenever I save it, it's okay, or maybe I can just reopen Blender. I don't have any, you know, projects running in the background, so it shouldn't, you know, be this slow. Okay, I'm just gonna reopen this actually. Close Blender and reopen. Oh, wait, seems, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna open Blender, close Blender and reopen it. I think, you know, this happens whenever I'm streaming, because whenever I'm off stream, like everything just runs smooth. So I think OBS, you know, takes quite some memory, and maybe it's also because I'm opening these other softwares. Maybe it could be Google, like I have so many tabs there, maybe that could be the reason. Oh man, and I don't want to close those tabs. Blender's not responding, I know that. Yeah, my Google, you know, I always make sure that it has about what 20 tabs, and oddly enough I use some of these. Most of them is just, you know, articles or maybe softwares that I'm thinking of reusing at some point. And you know, I don't know why, but whenever I have to close a tab, it's almost like, you know, it's almost like it's taking something away from me, because I'm very hesitant to close the tab, you know, even though I'm not using it. Like I could have a tab, you know, like for 10 days or so, probably even a month, and not use it, and when it comes to closing it, it's, yeah, I have to consider, am I, you know, am I gonna use it at some point again? Yeah, it's running fast right now. It's interesting how this, okay, wait, let me switch this to solid mode. Just have it like this. It's interesting when I'm, you know, I'm painting in white, but on the viewport, the material mode, it shows a dark value. I don't know why. Look at that. And when I just, okay, let's paint in more white, and it's still showing a dark value. I wonder why that's the case. Right, back to solid mode, and for this actually I need to understand where the areas where the rust is actually. But in a way it's kind of easy to tell where the rust is, since you know I've painted it like this. You can tell here there's probably rust over here. Any area where you know it doesn't have black values, I'm assuming there's rust over there. But yeah, and maybe here I can just color in some black values, show that you know this area is where there isn't any rust. Yeah, like I was saying, I was looking at some, what's this, the new features in Blender. You know, it's quite nice, interesting, you know, especially the hair features where it shows you this interface, you know, of how the what's this, the hair library, and how you, when you use these brushes, how it will affect the, you know, the hair that you have on, I guess. It was actually quite interesting. It's almost like, you know, right now Blender looks like it's focusing more on improving the hair system, because even in since Blender 3, yeah, Blender 3 I think, you know, they've been improving upon the hair system, I guess, the particle hair, where you know you use both geonodes and or whatever. I think it is the entire hair system is geonodes, right? It's, I think, but it's, you know, it's interesting, I guess. It's created using geonodes. Alright, solid mode. Wait. But you know what I like is that they're not just focusing on adding new features. I think, you know, it's one thing I like about Blender, the fact that, you know, it's not just focusing on adding new features, but it's improving the older features. You know, the whatever errors, or, you know, creating faster ways of having those features to run, I guess. And that's amazing, you know, that's you want the old. Sometimes you like a specific workflow and you just want it running at a faster rate, I guess. And that is what they're doing is amazing actually, because you don't just want new features every time and have the older features, I guess, have still be as terrible as they were in the older versions of the software, I guess. One thing is they haven't changed that I feel that still needs a little bit of changing is the texture part. Maybe it's probably because they're focusing on only leaving the texture parts only to what's this, sculpt mode textures, but texture paint is still terrible. It's just whenever using it, it just feels, yeah, I feel frustrated whenever I use it, I guess. I don't see any improvement in it, I guess. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Guessing here there's a lot of rust here. I think I added too much rust, like when I look at the object right now, I mean, I did want it to look old, but it's too old, I guess. Yeah, it looks, right now it looks a little bit too messy, I guess. I mean, look at it. You can still see that it's still a metallic object, but yeah, it's too old, I guess. Yeah, man, that's running quite slow. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just mark certain areas where the rust is, and just so I can understand where the rust is. Right. So here. Okay, over here there doesn't seem to be any rust at the bottom part here. Alright. Hope this is not confusing. It can be a little bit confusing actually. Let me just start with this part, and then I can just, you know, deal with that other part, I guess. You know, I was actually looking at some documents and for the Blender, but you know what frustrates me is that whenever you look at something and then the software tells you, you know, that they are maintaining the website or something like that, you know, like when you want to read something, like, you know, because you've only dedicated that time for it, I guess, and then all of a sudden the software for the website, you know, shows that maintaining the website or something like that. Oh man, that is frustrating. And it happens to me a lot, man. That's the annoying part. Like most softwares where I know that, you know, there is certain areas where it, like there's one software, I mean what's this, there's one website where, you know, on Discord the guys on the website tell you they notify you on when this website will be shut down, I guess, but not all websites do that. And you know, when you aren't aware of that, because you know, like, you don't enter some of these websites every day, I guess, it's a little bit, you know, annoying, I guess. And that's what happened, you know, with this Blender website, I guess. I think it's, you know, it could be because like the other time, you know, I was reading, it could be a regional thing, because the other time I was actually here, or maybe the website was already opened, maybe, shit. But like when I was here, right, and I checked the website, and you know, as I was traveling to South Africa, once I got there, the website was working just fine. And back then it said that it showed that, you know, the website would be off for about 3 days, and it was weird, you know, like when I left here it wasn't working, but as I got there, and you know, it's one of those websites where it shows you the countdown of how many days are left until, you know, until whatever maintenance or, you know, fixes they are making to the website. But I wonder, like, how many people actually read the documents in document folders in what's this, the Blender software. I mean, not Blender software, but the website. Because like I've tried reading them, but oh man, like only to a certain extent. Then, you know, you start to feel that some of these things aren't important for you to know at that moment, I guess, especially when I look at like when I because right now I'm only focused on only modeling, and you know, anything that is outside of modeling, like can I say, like anything related to animation is practically, it's not useful for me right now, and learning that right now is just, it just feels like it will be a waste of time, because it's not something that I'm focused on right now, and it's not that as important as any documents that they have on modeling, I guess. Yeah, I think just prioritizing which to read and which not to read is actually a better option, I guess.
So how do we end up here?
Right.
Could have sworn we said forever. Hopelessly I keep on losing myself. With the flames getting higher, all of the problems that I couldn't help. Oh, I'm building a
But one thing is, I still cannot understand is why is it that when people look at Blender, right, they still feel that it's not the industry standard software. Like, is that related to the fact that it's not what's this? Is it because it's most of what it's capable of doing is how can I say this? When you look at Maya or Maya, however you pronounce it, it's a software that has so many features, but one thing that it's good at is that you can easily transfer files from ZBrush, from ZBrush to Maya to Substance Painter. It's and you wouldn't have any problem with the files, I guess, or any transfers. And when you look at Blender, it's also capable of doing something similar, but not to like to the exact, like, for instance, when you transfer what's this, any rig, you need to it needs to match a certain way, but I'm assuming that with Maya it's probably possible. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what industry standard stands for. I don't know. It's I always assumed that when they say industry standard is that the fact that a lot of people prefer it, I guess. I've never thought of it in terms of how compatible it is with other softwares, I guess. Okay, these areas are sharp areas, and mostly areas where the what's this, the rust is not gonna be created on, I guess. Shiny areas, I guess. But I like how Blender is improving so fast. Like, I can already imagine just how much you can do, with future Blender softwares. I was also intrigued by that new feature with sculpting, when you can just take what's this, you can create brushes for certain, like, you know how in ZBrush you can create a nose or a separate object, and then reuse that for every mesh that you create, just by clicking the brush of that mesh and then adding it to the whatever mesh you currently have on. That was actually an interesting feature that I actually kind of liked, although I don't, I wouldn't use that type of thing. I just prefer, if I'm going to sculpt, I just prefer doing the speed sculpt, even though it's not a clean sculpt, but it's better that way for me. Just getting that practice every day, 1 hour speed sculpt. I feel like I'm improving a lot when it comes to sculpting. Yeah, this lag is killing me.
Demons unleashed from your mind hold me steady. 'Cause you want me, you won't let me go. So I burn slow. I can see you coming like a wildfire.
What happened? I'm just gonna save this a little bit. Yeah, these incremental saves, they help a lot. Like, just going back in and checking some of them and seeing the progress that I actually made, from them. It's always, nice just to look at that.
I'm just the fuel, baby, you're the lighter. If I'm not careful, you burn right through my soul. Burning like a wildfire, dying on my
Right.
You don't like the lights, but it's camera time. Said take the picture, but you rolled your eyes. Now I'm mortified and still terrorized. Push me behind to get me from my better side. I wanna push you back, but that's all you want. Wanna rub me up, I'm holding back. Trying to get me framed, put me in cuffs. Said I attacked you. That's just
By the way, is you know, I was, what's this? There's this guy on, I don't know, it was the first time, you know, following one of these big streamers, right? And but you know, as I don't know, maybe I didn't click the follow button, or I thought, you know, I assumed I did, but I do, you know, I remember, I think I did, you know, but I followed this guy, right? And his name is Mango. I don't know if you guys know him, but so I followed his channel, and you know, I watched some of his content, but then, you know, because I haven't been active on Twitch or any platform for the past month, you know, when I went to his channel right now, and you know, I just noticed that I was unfollowed. Is that a thing, or maybe I just did not press the follow button? Because I thought I followed his channel, you know, but all of a sudden the follow button, you know, it was not it didn't show that I was following him. It could be that, you know, at some point I accidentally unfollowed him, I don't know. Or maybe, you know, these big channels unfollow you in some way, I don't know. If they see that, they notice that, you know, you're not active on that channel, maybe. I don't know. But he's an interesting entertainer, or what do you call it, streamer. It's always nice to watch his videos, along with I prefer Lagwid, you know, his ones, he's, you know, it doesn't get any realer than, you know, a Lagwid channel, I guess. You know, what he tells you, you know, it's either something that sticks with you, or, you know, you start to realize, oh shit, I wasn't actually aware of it, you know. Because I was watching one of his old videos, you know, where he was giving advice about streaming, and you know what he said, that, you know, many streamers, right, they want to stream, but you know, they don't have any set goal, and you know, in a way, like, when you think about it, you know, you just assume that if you stream, you know, you just go on live, I guess everything will just, you know, go, you know, you just make it big, you know, unless you know, your intention is not to make it big as a streamer, then that's okay. But if you're going to just think that going live, you know, it's gonna make you a big streamer, that's, you know, that advice hit me really hard. And back then, you know, that's what I was just doing, you know. I just assumed that, you know, going live is what I needed in order to be, you know, successful. As long as, you know, in my mind, I just had that mentality that you know, as long as I'm consistent with the content, you know, it doesn't matter. But you know, it's what he said hit me really hard, you know. You need to have some type of goal. And you know, what I did is I just started thinking of it in terms of like leveling up in a game, you know. You can't you know, defeat a stronger monster without, you know, defeating the weaker bosses or monsters, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do. What I'm doing is just looking for smaller streamers that I just wanna compete with, like not live, but I just see that person. I was like, okay, I like this person's stream. Now I wanna surpass this person, and and until I reach a point where I surpass that person, then I'll go to the next person, look at that person, how they do things, and on their stream, and surpass that as well, I guess. I don't know if that will work, but hopefully it's a challenge that I'm willing to take, I guess. A new approach to streaming, I guess. I wonder, what I want to do, is try and get a new art style. I don't know. I like the way that I'm approaching, creating characters here. But, what I'm interested in is getting it, having a different feel with the textures, because right now what I feel like, whenever I'm texturing these characters, I am getting that type of Disney approach to how I'm creating my textures, and that right now it's a little bit too generic. Like there's so many people doing that approach, I guess, and it's for good reason. Disney is already making so much from how they create or texture the characters, but that's for me. I don't know. I think probably this character will be the last character that I'll texture like this. I mean, not the approach, where I use a lot of nodes to texture, but I guess the fact that everything is just so smooth and clean. What I'm trying to do right now is thinking of a way that I can have at least when you look at the 3D model, you see some type of brush strokes. It's almost similar to how it was textured in Arcane, but I don't know, not that same style. I guess I don't want similar style as Arcane. Maybe a different type of texture. I don't want it looking like oil as well, oil painting or any type of style like that whenever I'm texturing it, I guess. There was one thing that when I looked at Mark Bruno's videos, that I enjoy that guy's videos. Like, if there isn't a stream where I don't talk about his his videos, it will be weird. Just know that, you know, that day I'm not feeling well. Like his art is just unique, you know, like it's, I don't know, like it just feels unique to me, I guess. And it's one of the, you know, the things where if I'm not looking at one of his old videos or new videos, I guess it's just, yeah, I guess that day just feels a little bit different. It's very rare, you know, where I don't, because even if it's just this single, you know, one video, I mean, that's about 12 minutes, you know, that's okay. If I don't have enough time to watch, you know, a longer video, I just prefer watching it, I guess. And you know, my approach to teaching actually is surpassing that guy. Like you know, my brunette, if I can surpass his the way he explains things, it's just, you know, I find it a little bit interesting. Well, a lot more than a little bit, maybe. Because there's no other, you know, video where what's this artist where I revisit the, you know, the way they teach things or their videos, I guess, as much as his videos, I guess. Shit, I lost that. Although he's, you know, what he teaches is actually to drawing 2D, but I just like the approach, you know, of how he teaches certain things, I guess.
You can see straight through my light. Oh, there's something in my chest that I can't hide.
That's lagging a little bit.
Feelings get involved, I'm terrified. 'Cause I've been here before and said goodbye. Oh, are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find. Oh,
Alright, let's see how it looks.
how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times? For you I give it one more try.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. What did I eat?
Turn away and wrestle with my doubts. Oh, at least behind, but don't know how. Bury my head deep
Right.
within the crowd, but I'm reaching for your hand to pull me out. Oh, are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find? Oh, how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times?
Mm-mm. Let's see over here. Alright, looks like, you know, whenever I created these, I had the approach that, you know, this approach of not just leaving it as a flat, you know, creating a bevel and then having this go extrude inside, I guess. Ooh, okay, wait. What is? The part, you know, where like it's like that, it's where the rust is actually. You know, it's hard getting that confidence within your lines, I guess. You hear, you know, so many people that get confident with your lines, you know, and sometimes it's not that your lines are not confident, it's just that, you know, getting used to that feeling that, you know, you're making a long stroke, I guess. It's really weird, I guess, especially when you're not using your wrist. Trying to get that long stroke without using your wrist, I guess it's even weirder, you know. It's just really, I don't know, it's almost, I know that, you know, it's how you're supposed to move your hand, but it almost feels like it's not how you should do it. It's almost like you're forcing the movement, I guess. And I actually noticed that, you know, that's how I know. I think someone said it, I think it was Skittles, you know, that you should move with your elbows or shoulder. I wasn't, you know, sometimes you hear something, you understand it, but it's still hard to believe it. But then, you know, when you brush your teeth, that's when I started noticing that it's actually possible. Like, you know, having that, holding your toothbrush like this and just moving that, like that. Then I was like, oh shit, you know, this, you do it every single day whenever you brush your teeth, you know. morning and night, whatever, how many times you brush your teeth, and yet just holding the tab, doing the same thing while drawing on a tablet is a lot more different somehow. It just feels weird, I guess. Doesn't feel like a movement that you do every single day, I guess. Probably because you're used to using your wrist whenever you're making any strokes on your tablet, I guess. Right, it's back.
Had a feeling we had something. Could have seen it in your eyes. Took a second, but I'm right here, waiting for you with open arms. How about you coming closer? We can do my place. Maybe we can try meeting up by 7. You'll be saying over, so it's guaranteed. I'll be forever thinking about you and me. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Nah. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me slow. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head.
Okay, interesting. I did not texture the side.
What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my head. What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my head. You love that I've been craving. Let me in now, don't be shy. We can be a summer story where dreams and reality collide. Are we back to the start? I can play the game, but I'm falling again. No, don't hold back, take it far. Promise you the same.
I don't know, I feel like this table is actually quite high. Like, it's almost like I need a lower table. The way I move my wrist is just it's like I need a table where my wrist, I can just put it like this. I don't know if that makes sense, like, but then you have this straight, like, because right now I'm bending a little bit, and that feeling is just a little bit annoying. Yo man, being consistent with something is actually a lot more helpful, and you know, it's one of the things that you overlook, and you think it's not as helpful as it actually is, but it's actually a lot more helpful. Because like when I think about it, right, about how was it, I started actually sculpting this year, actually I think the beginning of the year, January. I don't know when my sculpting videos actually started, but that's when I was actually a lot more serious about practicing to sculpt, right? And while I was sculpting, I realized that practicing to draw as well, is just as helpful, for sculpting. But that's these two. That's what I've been trying to, remain consistent with, I guess, for the past months, I guess. And in terms of sculpting, I don't see much different when it comes to drawing, but when it comes to sculpting, that's where I see so much of a difference. Because like it used to take me I usually just dedicate an hour actually of sculpting, and back then I struggled a lot just to get any detail within an hour. But right now I can, although it's not that good looking, but compared to how just modeling the face alone, I can create good result within an hour, and although it's still, you can still see a couple of messy strokes to the mesh, but it's that improvement from not being able to do any proper sculpting to being able to do so much detail within an hour is that progress is amazing, I guess. Although I don't see that much difference when it comes to drawing. I don't know why. Like, I dedicated the same 1 hour of sculpting, 1 hour of drawing, but when it comes to drawing, it's it's just really weird. It does not feel like I was giving the same passion, I guess, or focusing just as much as I did with sculpting. I guess it's the improvement is extremely slow. That's it doesn't look like something that is done by the same person, I guess. I don't know why. It's and what I've maybe I'm just assuming that I did, but what I've been doing is whenever it comes to drawing, I focused a lot. I felt like I focused a lot, because that's where I felt like when it comes to sculpting, I had at least some knowledge with when it comes to what's this, poly modeling, that I felt I instantly knew that it was going to be a lot more easier to understand the sculpting process. But when it comes to drawing, oh man, just creating that silhouette and lines, it's quite a headache, I guess. Maybe it's because I approached both of them at the same way, like looking at reference the same way, I guess. I think maybe the approach was supposed to be different, because you know, you're using two different methods, I guess. One is you creating lines, and one you're using a shape, you know, you're shaping things, I guess. So that could be the reason why drawing hasn't improved that much. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe what I need to do is do you know, instead of going straight into the drawing, maybe I should what's this, do some exercises, maybe like that will improve my line confidence. I don't know, because I did do some research, right, and just to check what I can do to improve that, or maybe, you know, even though it's two different mediums, it's just that I'm rushing one because one is doing a lot more better than the other, I guess. Maybe that could be the reason. Maybe it just needs a lot more time than sculpting did, I guess. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna stick with that part. The fact that, you know, drawing needs a lot more patience, because it's, you're not gonna get it right off the bat, I guess. All right. I think I'm finished with this, actually. I'm not gonna texture the inside, it's not gonna be visible, so I mean, for that's why, you know, I should have optimized this thing, actually. Alright, with this, I don't know, there's nothing else I can add to this. I mean, I have the metallic part, I have the roughness part. What else do I need? That's all. So now I'm just gonna bake this. Let's just save this. Bake this and did I ever finish the carbon fiber part? I don't remember finishing it. Okay, let's just bake this first, and then I'll switch back to the carbon fiber part that I was doing. Yeah, no, I don't think I ever got it right. No, actually I did. It's just that what was missing is creating those scratches for the carbon fiber node. Yeah, I think I remember doing it. Okay, let's just take this one at a time, I guess. First, I'm just gonna remove these and start with the color, I guess. Image texture. Folders. Yeah. Color. Oh man, naming things has been a terrible skill for me, I guess. So that's going to be the color. This is going to be the metallic. Ooh, okay, fine, it's okay. What else? Yeah, I did misspell that. The roughness. Oh, that did not. Oh, okay.
Children used to run and play. Look at all the mess we made. Guess I never know where it went wrong. Sometimes I feel like
Yeah, these ones I think I have to leave them as. Is it linear or non-color? Just gonna leave them as linear.
I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I am nobody.
Alright. Wait. Palette selection.
The future feels so unsure. Didn't we deserve more? The burden that you left is way too heavy for me. Do you ever feel like the world would die out? My anxiety's off the roof, I cry out. We have gone too far, take me back right now. I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. Everything is falling out of place. I see
Okay, it's shouldn't be taking this long actually. Wonder why it's taking this long. Oh, okay, there it is. Why did it take so long? What just happened? Yo, you know, like whenever my mouse moves, I always feel like I'm being hacked. And then you wonder like what could anyone possibly hack from me, you know, like because the other day I don't know what I did, but you know, I locked my computer and then I don't know what I shifted, but I just saw the mouse move on the on the computer. I was like, oh shit, who's hacking me now? You know, like I know like it was probably no one was doing that, but you know, it's one of those things that when you see any weird movement, you know, on your laptop, you just assume someone is hacking you. By the way, it's, you know, these things when it comes to hacking, what made me realize that, you know, easily gullible to these things, you know, is that the other day someone, you know, called pretending to be the police here in Dubai, right? And you know, under normal circumstances, you know, anyone can actually tell that this was a scam, right? But I just heard the point, the scenario police, right? And everything I knew about scammers just flew out of my head, like it was as if like I was clueless as to the possibility that this could be a scammer, right? And he started mentioning all these things about the fact that he's the police, and then he needed me to mention my ID in order to confirm that in order to confirm that I'm not overstaying my stay here. And it's here, especially here in Dubai, it's most authorities, any government position, it has to be someone within a local of this place, right? And that thing just flew my mind, and I could hear that this person is not from from here. But what I did was I went to my my mother's room, and I wanted her to listen to it because I wasn't sure, like like whenever something is, I'm not sure about it, like I know the respond, but I'm not sure, like it almost feels like a dream, right? Like so I went to her, I was like, nah, just leave it, it's a scam. And as soon as she brought it up, I started looking at every other thing. I dropped the phone and I started looking at it. I checked the number. Okay, the number was not even a local number. I checked the message to see, and whenever you get any call from an unknown number, right, the local police send you a message, and that inform you that what's this, the police will never call you to tell you anything about to verify anything about your identity. If you ever receive a call about that, they would tell you to come to any one of the branches to come and verify that. And just that experience, it just made me realize that regardless of how much knowledge you have of something, as long as you haven't actually gone through that experience, you might end up falling for the scam, like because I'd always make sure I am knowledgeable about certain scams, what not to click, and what to click, and and what to avoid actually. But this was the first scam over the phone. Yeah, right. Usually I get emails, scams, like someone telling me that they work for the Navy or something, and that they are on a secret mission, and like they need they want to talk privately with me, and then all of a sudden they tell me I have to send some kind of money to to be a part of something, and click on this link and be a part of this. And all of these scams, anything that involves emails and links, clicking on links, I'm so used to those, right? But the first call, voiceover scam, I've never had any voiceover scam. And this one, it just everything I knew about that I knew about what's this, scams, just flew over my head, I guess. Oh shit. Okay, what was this? This was the metallic part actually. Yeah, this. It was so weird, like oh man, but it was an interesting experience, and I don't want to lie, I definitely was, you know, if it wasn't for my mother, I was definitely falling for this one, because this one was so convincing, man. Like the way he approached everything, it was god damn, man. Like, you know, I actually believed everything he said, you know. Okay, I think it was a mission. Metallic. You know, it just proved how easily gullible anyone can be, you know, regardless of how much you know about something. As long as you've never experienced it, you know, it's possible that you can be scammed. Right, metallic. Yeah, what I forgot was to write this longest name. Oh wow, I just talked about tricks and scams, and then I get a message from something tell me about tricks and scams. That's weird. Yeah, some of these also feel like tricks and scams, I guess. Alright. Right, bake. Yeah, it was a good thing that, you know, I just told them that I don't have an ID, because I was definitely hooked, man. I was, oh man, it. Okay. Interesting. There's nothing baked. Just do it like that. Okay, let's do that. Ooh, okay, wait. That was not selected. Maybe that's the reason why it's did not bake.
Fingers stained with blood, been grasping all day, losing my touch with reality. Driving all day, searching all night, can't seem to focus this door.
Okay, it's still not baking.
This is a tale,
It's weird.
finding my way back to life.
Is it losing its value somewhere along the way? I feel like that's what's happening. Why isn't it?
One specific frequency.
Okay, from this, it's losing its value, definitely. Why is it so transparent? Okay, wait. Supposed to see a black and white value when I... Oh, okay, wait. When I bake this, I'm supposed to be a black and white. Is it because I have this on linear? I've never seen this. There it is. Okay, that was weird. I've never seen it showing a transparent look, I guess. You know what? When you add specular to this, these maps are always so confusing, you know, especially since they just look so much of they look so much alike, I guess. Metallic, I guess metallic, it's easy to tell, you know. Where it's black, it's shiny. Nope. It's not. Where it's white is shiny, it's metallic, and where it's black, it's not metallic. Yeah, it's confusing. And then roughness is actually a lot more easier to tell than metallic. You know, it's... And then spec, you know, spec is also another thing that is just a black and white value where you're confused all the time, I guess. Alright, I think with this is done. So moving on to the clean out Blender file. Holy shit. I've never seen that. What does it even clean out? Everything?
Let's go.
You know, to see roughness properly, it's best to make the value a dark value, or the base color, leave it as a black value, and then texture the roughness. I guess you will see it properly there. That's where you see that the shining areas, the rough areas. I guess it's just a lot more clearer when it's just you're painting it over a dark value. But basically, it's just areas where it's shiny and areas where it's not, I guess. What's left with this is actually, what's missing is the normal maps of this. I didn't create any normal maps so far, and I think it's something that I'm just gonna do it over the base color. It might look weird. I feel like it will look weird, but it's worth a try. Shit, I need some wood. I'm gonna be back. Yeah, let me just. All right. Okay, these are what I was paid. Oh, okay. Textures. Alright. It works, but it doesn't, what it does, it makes the metallic part, the roughness part, look really weird, I guess. It loses that shine that, you know, I created on the sides, I guess. Fuck. Huh? Okay, now I know I did not texture any metallic areas over here. Hey, you know, that gives you a different feeling. I don't know, is that normal, or I guess this one just makes it but I know I did not take the same with all of these actually. I don't know. That gives you a different feeling, I guess. Right, so what I'm left with is only the carbon fiber areas. What am I gonna make this? I think I should. Interesting. What's this for? Ah, something is missing. What is missing? The pipes. Where are the pipes? Oh shoot, I did not texture this. Shit. How did I miss that? Cannot make it a part of this because this is supposed to be carbon fiber. Maybe I can actually. Okay, let's go to the carbon fiber part, because I do remember doing something about it, but I don't know how far I went actually. Let's see. Yeah, I did manage to create the pattern, but what it's lacking is this where is that? You know what, I remember getting a reference image of this, but the thing is, the carbon fiber has these scratches, you know, on it, and this, leaving this with just color, you know, it's gonna look weird. It's not gonna look like proper carbon fiber. Wow, I believe yeah, I remember this took quite some time actually. But oddly enough, it did not take as long as the pattern was it that I was creating that took me forever. I think that one took me about 4 days to get. I think it was the one with the tie when I was creating these patterns, weird patterns, I guess.
Can't find my way back to you. I'm lost again.
What was here?
Don't wanna run from all of this. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. So break me. I'm falling hard, don't help me. I've been
Basically what this does is on pattern, on color 1 we see this. I feel like these two are overlapping at some point. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna do this, then oh okay, it's not overlapping. Not overlapping with this. I thought they were overlapping, like maybe it's like that. I don't know why. That's not overlapping. Okay, I already have this pattern, so what I want to add to this is the scratches actually, and I don't know where I placed that. No, I don't think I need this actually. I already have these two patterns, so what I can do is applying the scratches, you know, have a scratch that goes like that, but then use this as
Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky.
okay. Just gonna copy these two. What is this object? Wait, I was using object. Oh, damn it, that is not good. Supposed to be using UVs actually. The thing is, you know, it changes. I don't know why it affects it when you use UVs and object. Okay. Oh wow. Wait, I think I had that in somewhere here. Yeah, you know what? This is the scratch that I actually want. I can remove everything here. Okay, then I'm gonna need this one, since this one is the one that goes across like that. So I'm gonna combine these two actually. I feel like these scratches are actually a lot more few. I need a lot more. Maybe make that 40. Like that. And I can leave that as a black. Yeah, whatever I was creating here, I was just making it a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Right. Then I can do the same with the other one actually. Ooh. This needs to change direction actually. Just gonna switch these two, right? Whatever I did here, I'm gonna bring it here and vice versa. So negative point 0.1, and that was not negative 0.1. It was actually a lot more easier than I thought it was going to be. Right. Alright, with this, what else is it missing? First, actually, let me get that reference image. But it shouldn't be missing a lot, apart from the color actually. The what do you call it? The carbon fiber texture look, I guess. Okay, so here's the reference. What we see from the carbon fiber texture is that we get that black black gray type of look, I guess. Look at that. That's black gray, every one of these, and these scratches are what we just created right now. Now what we need to do is change the color into these two, I guess. Using this as a vector. No, actually what I need is this part. This one is already giving me that black gray. I just need to turn this into a color, I guess. And then so I'll use this part, and I need that. Change this into a color. Okay, and bring it over here. And then this will work as the normal map. I think the normal map and the wait. Let's see. Okay, it'll work as the normal map and the roughness, I guess. No, can't work as the roughness because carbon fiber is coated by what do you call that? It's plastic thing, whatever it's called. And that is interesting. How am I gonna add that? Okay, what I need is the bump. And take the height of this. Let's see how it looks so far. It's looking like carbon fiber, but it's missing something. I don't know what, but it's just feels off, I guess. Yeah, it's missing that what do you call that, that gloss to it. Maybe like that, but not this much. Also, the normal map is a little bit wait, let's see this. These lines are actually, I need them a lot more higher actually. What I'm gonna do is that value node, just take this value, paste it over here. Ooh, it's okay. What node was it? I need the node that'll give me an XYZ, because I only want this to affect the X. Oh wow. No, there is a node that does that actually. Is it combined? Wait. No. Yeah, combined XYZ actually will work actually over here. So basically what I'm just gonna take these as they are here, and then and this value node only affects that. Ooh, okay, that will not work. Okay, now I can just affect only this one, then you know it'll do that for both of these actually. Right. So on Friday I will add all these other features. I think what is missing is this roughness from the, what do you call this, for the carbon fiber. All that's left is the roughness, I guess. And this is actually quite too intense. It's also, you know, a little bit clean actually, which is why it needs the roughness actually. These two actually, where is that? It needs this actually. Because it's too smooth actually. Thing.
Careful with your pretty eyes and run with me, yeah. 'Cause you and I are a secret. Feel my drift against your skin, 'cause honestly, let's hold our breath. This is so real.
It's not.
Just you and me with the skate girl tonight.
Yeah, I'll look at this properly on, but it's missing something. I can already tell, you know, that the way it is, it just doesn't give you that feeling that it's what's this? It's the same as this. And besides, these scratches are also not just affecting the normal map, but it seems it's also affecting the base color as well. So I'm just gonna save this. And anyways guys, thanks for watching my videos. See you on Friday, and cheers guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Cheers.